Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. The first stream has happened, so we're a little bit further along than the last recording. I got some more crystals, got some daily quests, accomplished some of those, and made more progress. Apparently there's secret quests too. That started to unlock, some of which give you titles. For instance, this title is Show Off. So, yeah. We may constantly be able to unlock more and more secret quests. Or may not. What has happened with the secret packs and the Great Olds, I opened about 2 more packs, 10 packs, so 20 more packs, to get very close to having one of everything. And then I just went into crafting mode and crafted like Obelisk, the Tormentor, and the Sphere, which were the last 2 ultra rares, which honestly I could have potentially have opened another 20 or 30 packs and still not gotten these cards. And at that point, nothing happened. You don't get like a structured deck or anything, so there's no longer really a reason to open this secret pack. We should move on to other secret packs, or maybe not even buy secret packs, buy something else. Save up for later. Although at this point I think you probably would still want to just kind of keep it kind of random until we find the secret pack we really want. These cards that are the featured cards in this secret pack are still included in this list too. So you always had an option or a chance of getting the God cards or any card at all. I don't think there's really any one exclusive card in these old packs of cards that you couldn't get. The only thing that might not be in this pool of 6,750 cards might be just like the newest cards. See, you can see the God cards are right here, on top of plenty of other ultra rare effect monsters. So yeah, there's definitely less pressure now to like find one of these that really matters, and honestly you probably just want to find the one that has the biggest number of pips here. So like a 5-4-4 or a 5-4-3 is your best bet. I also have decided I'm gonna wait until I have 10 packs of legacy packs to see if anything changes there. I don't know if there really is a good reason to buy these structured decks anymore, and there's definitely not a good reason to buy these. There's a problem certainly in if you spend the 600 gems to get one of these dual fields, in that if your opponent has a different dual field, then it shows your opponent's dual field at the top half and your dual field at the bottom half, and just splits it at the line. So it's not visually interesting or good looking even at that. And yeah, still no real reason to buy any of those. So I think we're gonna do so many duels that in solo mode I don't think it's beneficial to do any ranked plays going forward. And I am less than 3 days into playing this with the dual pass, and I'm already at rank 25. Also, I'm also at the verge of, well, let's see, I got another mate, little inline skates, which actually don't make any noise, so I love them for that. I'm at bronze tier 1, and so like 1 or 2 more victories and I'll be in silver tier. This game has some achievements, but one of the achievements is Platinum tier, so yeah, it's gonna be a while, probably before you get all the achievements done. And I bet a lot of people don't get all the achievements done. The mystery of the Megalith. Megaliths have unique ability to call forth ritual monsters without using ritual spells. Use the power of the Megalith opens the door to new rituals. That sounds good. Plus, I don't remember any of these other strategies too well, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to go back immediately and try and redo some of that. We'll do that later. I think probably I want to go just forward and maybe just ignore these 3 solo stories at first, just for a smoother transition. And yeah, I'm very scared here that we will either go all the way through all of these and then that'll be all the solo player content for a long time, or maybe for the entirety of this game. Konami could certainly do that, and I would believe it if they did. Or that it's just going to unlock another 100 solo things and I'll just be doing solo things forever. I would like this to be voice acted, but they're doing the right thing certainly by not wasting the budget adding content that doesn't really matter. Because particularly if this was voiced, it would almost certainly be voiced in Japanese, and only Japanese, and then maybe English, and you'd be leaving out the rest of the world. In ancient times, many monumental stone structures were built. Stone circles and pyramids are some examples of this. However, in many other worlds, there are various types of colossal structures. Let's take a look at one of these. The grand stone structures known as the Megalith. The Megalith Ophiel is a white statue that resembles an angel. What's the difference between a megalith and a statue? Her wavy hair hangs down to her shoulders, and her eyes are closed in a gentle expression. What catches the eye most of all are the wings on her back, like those of an angel. Her radiant holiness inspires reverence and modesty in all those who behold her. On the other hand is the black devil Megalith Haggith, a statue of a haggard devil crouching with contorted limbs. Its face hides behind a mask. The only clue at its expression is the slightly exposed mouth. The thorns are driven into the side of its body, inspiring dread in the beholder. The sculptures of 2 children, the white and the black, Megalith Och, they appear a loving pair of twins. By the shape of their wings, the white child appears to be an angel, while the black child appears to be a demon. It's also notable that they wear contrasting facial expression. The pedestals of the Megalith are comprised of unknown material, not of natural stone. Their distant features include a heptagonal decoration and a pattern imbued with mysticism. I believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of the trading card games in Japan that tried to go with the idea of transparent, clear cards, because that technology came about, I'd say 6-7 years ago, to the point where they could print cards on clear plastic efficiently and cheaply. And so I wouldn't be surprised if one of these solo stories was inspired, and some of these cards were inspired around a mechanism they tried in Japan with clear cards, or some other mechanism in general that they tried. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in Japan there were little statues like this that you had to buy at a high markup, and they played some special role in the Yu-Gi-Oh! And then when the game came over to the English version of the Western world, they would have stripped out those extra purchases because they just wouldn't sell. What kind of power was hidden within these pedestals which emit a gentle light? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there were actual statues with actual pedestals that glowed. I know maybe Magic the Gathering doesn't have official statues, but there's plenty of damage counters and statues and decorations you can get and use in Magic the Gathering. Alright, let's do the practice. Now the slight problem here is I've already streamed 3.5 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm not by any means really tired of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a different thing to play the solo versus just playing regular ranked. But as soon as I started streaming here, I'm starting to get those little twinges of being a little tired and a little exhausted. Which is in direct contrast to feeling energized and feeling like I can record before I start recording. What makes Megalith deck unique? All Megalith monsters are ritual monsters, although they don't have their own dedicated ritual spells. With each Megalith monster can be used to ritual summon other Megalith ritual monsters. In particular, level 8 Megalith monsters can perform rituals when discarded from their hand to open up a range of plays. And when they are ritual summoned to the field via other card effects, you will gain access to high attack and high defense and other amazing effects that push you further ahead in your duel. Interesting. What is kind of obvious about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that there are concepts that were introduced at the very beginning, and they just didn't want to commit to those concepts forever. Like, this extras deck was before called the Polymerization Fusion deck. I think it was called the Fusion deck. And you had to use exactly one spell, Polymerization, to pull any creature out of the Fusion deck. And they have expanded on that so much, and there's so many different ways you can pull special summon things. And special summoning at some point must have gotten boring, so they introduced ritual summoning. And then at some point ritual summoning must have gotten a little boring, so they're introducing Megalith special summoning. Alright, activate Megalith Phalanx effect and ritual summon Megalith Aratron. Alright, so activate this effect, throws it to the ground, and then lets me summon this while also tributing that. So that's a pretty big sacrifice there. And that's exactly 2,000. Megatron Airtron is a powerful monster that can negate opponent effects that target the cards in your field. Attack your opponent's life points directly. This almost feels like that should have been a now. Just now attack your opponent's life points directly. You'd almost have expected that a quick play spell was in his hand, and it would have tried to negate that, and then his effect would have undone that, or negated that. That's really too simple, even for practice, because I didn't even have to really look at the two cards. I guess I'm gonna have to just at this point just say pause now and read these if you want to read them, because I'd rather just play the game and figure it out. Like, particularly when you're just doing a duel like this and it's not scripted, you just don't know what cards you're gonna have. Activate this effect and chain this effect. If I activate this now, I could then ritual summon this or this if I sacrifice something. Okay, let's do it. So we're gonna special summon this one, which will add a monster. And then, what does this one do? Doki Doki. That's the Japanese word for heartbeat thumping. Discard one rock type. You know what? I think we'll just do this and this. Yeah, I don't know specifically why that card is called Doki Doki. What is this effect? Yes, we do want to activate that. And then let's see if we can I don't know which card I want to play here. I'm gonna take that one. We'll start with summoning this. And then well, let's see, what do we want to do? What is this summon? You could do a 1900, 1900, 1600, a 2300. 2 level 4 monsters. Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so we want... I don't think we want to activate either one of these yet. I think we just want to add 1 rock monster from your deck, special summon 1 rock monster, face down position. Yeah. Okay. Detach that one. Don't chain that. Select that. Alright, so now we can activate this. Don't chain that. We want to summon this one by sacrificing that one. Activate his effect, and then destroy card, destroy another card, destroy another card, and I bet this special summon would not be good. I'm glad it has a cancel button. So I tried to do something while I was playing ranked and it wouldn't let me cancel. So I actually hurt myself, and potentially I may have even lost the game just because I was goofing around trying to do things. And when you're playing ranked, you actually want to goof around and do things and be crazy and just activate more traps and spells, because you have those unlimited missions that are counting the number of spells and traps and monsters you summon and monsters you destroy. So until you've done all of the unlimited missions, and assuming they don't reset or anything like that, then you're gonna have to just play a little bit differently than you normally would. Let's see. I can't activate this. Interesting. I don't have a really good fusion special summon monster anyways. So I'm better off just sticking with what I've got and attacking. Maybe I already special summoned once, and that's why I couldn't special summon again. And I feel like at one point, and this is probably another case of the Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon just making up the rules as it went, but I feel like at one point playing the field spell destroyed the other player's field spell. But yeah, if that were the case, there would just be one shared field spell for both players instead of separate field spells. Honestly, even doing this is dangerous because you really, and this is a thing that Magic, I think, also really learned, is that it's just so dangerous to potentially have the other person's cards in the hands of your opponent, because they literally could just take those cards and bend them in half, rip them in half, things like that, if they're a jerk. And in Magic the Gathering, let's be honest, there are jerks. I'd say maybe there's even a slightly higher than average amount of jerks playing Magic the Gathering, and I bet that's somewhat true for a lot of collectible card games. So yeah, this shared space feels like a dangerous choice. Let's go ahead and discard 6 cards, or banish 6 cards to draw 2 cards. We should be able to just win here. I think that is kind of a problem that playing games virtually against opponents solves. As much as there's a lot of talk about people being jerks online and cussing each other, saying inappropriate things, just trolling each other and being overall rude to each other, there is a different level of safety still there that doesn't exist compared to going to a real-world Magic the Gathering tournament, Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and sitting across the table from a complete stranger and then playing competitively against them. The sportsmanship concept is not taught well enough in collectible card games. I don't think any of them. And there's room for improvement. Well, I guess I can't unlock this gate. Well, then let's just finish the story and move forward. We're looking for structured decks more than anything. The pedestals of the Megaliths may act as a door to another world or a stake connecting another creature. Appearing from the pedestal of the Megalith, Ophiel Megalith Balga boasts 2 pairs of wings. So it's like a reflection came out of the pedestal. A far cry from the gentle Ophiel, this ferocious angel is adorned with a helmet and shield wielding a spear. Appearing from the pedestal of Megalith Haggith, the great devil Megalith Berthor has 4 wings. Yeah, you'd almost assume that there was like a hologram in a toy statue, that when you flipped it upside down, you could see that hologram. And all the statues would have been like designed so that they could balance upside down on their wings. And maybe even flip over and balance right side up on the wings of the other character. Or maybe it's just 4 statues that interconnect. Or maybe it was never actually a toy at all. It is a devil of formidable build with glaring golden horns. From the pedestal of Megalith Och blazes the many-headed dragon Megalith Eritron. Well, don't quite see the connection there, but whatever. Its momentum threatens to flatten the earth and to swallow all. It can be said all of these comprise but one form of the power born from the Megalith, but that is not all. The Megalith have the power to create a kind of force field even after destroyed. Interesting art. I can barely even figure out what this is supposed to be. It looks like a dragon head, angel head, angel wing. It's kind of just a whole mix of body parts. How were they made? And what is the true identity of their hidden power? The Megalith are entities shrouded in great mystery. The key to solving this mystery may be a truth that emerges from beyond the Megalith themselves. Of course, the revelation in Yu-Gi-Oh, as far as the cartoon, was that in ancient Egyptian times, they actually trapped monsters like the Blue Eyes Dragon in giant stone tablets and used dark magic to summon them and use them in these games that pharaohs played, as if Yu-Gi-Oh, basically saying that the Yu-Gi-Oh card game is just a pale echo of a card game that has existed before, or using stone tablets. So it's not too far from the idea of a Megalith to begin with. I'm noticing that there are slightly different pixels up there in that corner for some reason. It just feels like bad animation. I don't think it's my TV, because I'm looking at a fairly new TV, and I wouldn't expect any TV to have just broken, messed up pixels on the edge. Yeah, there is a scan line effect certainly happening intentionally, but yeah, maybe that's just the background art. Let's see. No, because I see it even more prevalent here, that there's these slight white dots as if there's a text here, and you may not be able to see this at all, but then it's pure black here, maybe a fade of some sort. It's split here, and then a fade this way, what they'd call those gradients. I see nothing on the left side, and network trouble. Yep. My network has just been dropping and resetting, mostly in the middle of the night, so I think they actually are working on it. But it's been happening pretty badly, pretty often. And when it gives up on connecting, it brings up a weird screen here that says, no response from the game server, reboot or retry. What does reboot mean in a game? I can't dare press this. It might reboot my computer. Why would a game even be allowed to reboot a computer? I have no idea. But it's just like a terrible translation. I assume what they mean is restart the entire app instead of just retry the connection from where you are, which would be the normal thing, is go back to the main screen, restart the whole thing in case there's just a huge problem going on. Also, why was it even bothering to try and connect there? I'm playing solo mode. I should be able to straight up unplug the network from the back of my computer and play solo mode. This is a problem clearly in how it's been programmed and the games as an always online connection requirement. Moving on, Gym Knights boast a variety of fusion spells and fusion monsters. We really haven't been doing a lot of fusions. The power of Proxine fosters miracles. Let's see. Gym Knight Lapis is a reward here. I'll go, although I don't think it's really important to look at the reward before the fact. Scenario appearance cards. Are these the cards that will appear in the scenario? I guess that's what that means. But no, because this scenario... I guess what this means is we're going to see a cutscene that's going to show or talk about each of these characters. And so they've taken several cards that clearly were probably released in the same expansion and put a narrative to them that probably already existed. These probably would have been little ad blurbs or things written on the back of packs. They may be reusing a lot of their previous creative works, which is great because if you went into a card shop, you probably wouldn't be able to read the back of the pack of a very old expansion. You might be able to get the old cards individually at a high marked up price, but you probably wouldn't be able to read the back of the pack or read any advertisements that existed back then. Proxine warriors, the Gym Knights with hearts of justice. Diligent in their training, but reluctant to utilize their prowess in battle, they led a peaceful existence. Now, it is very noticeable here that there's a split between animating the characters as a card and then having a static 2D image on top of it, which and a lot of times feels like it could have just been cut out from the image originally, just cropped out. And then bigger, more impressive artwork for some of the other characters. But yeah, that seems a little inconsistent, but whatever. However, those calm days were threatened by the flame of the people of the Laval. The aggressive nation of flame warriors sought to invade the land of the Gem Knights. Averse to the fruitless conflict, the Gem Knights did not aggressively engage them, but for the Laval, the inaction by the Gem Knights was fueled to the fire. Day by day, collisions increased between the Laval and the Gem Knights. At last, the Gem Knights resolved themselves to full-on conflict to protect their homeland. The Gem Knights possessed a core that shone like a gem. This definitely feels like a custom art, which they activated as a force to aid them in battle. And they're just doing very generic, like, zoom ins and zoom outs here, but it works. This feels like something that would be really great work if you had your intern or your lowest level junior animator programmer make this, but it also feels like not enough polish if you have a senior animation team working on this, and it's a little cheap, certainly, but heck, it's free, and you're not going to see this but once. In addition, they could utilize the core to fuse with other knights to become even more powerful warriors. The fused Gem Knights included the following: Gem Knight Ruby, who repelled the enemy; Gem Knight Aquamarine, who defended the companions. Clearly, this is just going to be one character for every gym that exists. Was this an attempt to appeal to girls in some weird misogynist Japanese way? Or some 75-year-old Japanese CEO thought this would work? I wouldn't be surprised. Gem Knight Topaz, who tormented its opponents. Interesting, it stopped at 3. I would have almost certainly assumed that there was another one. Alright. Let's play. Again, why did it need to connect to do the single player game? What makes a Gem Knight deck unique? With its colorful fusion spells, these deck gives you the chance to duel with lots of different fusion monsters and effects. When Gem Knight Fusion, I think that's supposed to be with Gem Knight Fusion, one of the rudimentary spell cards is sent to the graveyard after it has been used. You can add it back to your hand by banishing one Gem Knight monster from your graveyard. Use this effect once you've gathered your fusion monsters so that you can fuse multiple times in one turn. Again, oddly having them play the first turn, but I guess in this case they actually did something in the first turn. Right. Yeah. Still that very awkward stall. Like, when I swipe down and see the card, it should just kind of fall downward. Like, there's really no reason to hang there. If I want to look at the card and see what it does, I could click on it just like you could click on any other card. Use the Fusion Summon Gem Knight monsters twice to win the duel. Fuse Gem Knight Aquamarine by using Gem Knight Crystal and Gem Knight Sapphire as fusion monsters. Wow, they gave me a lot of bits of information there instead of making it a little bit easier or broken up into smaller steps. Fusion successful. Activate the effect of Gem Knight Fusion in the graveyard to banish Gem Knight Sapphire from the graveyard. Okay. Fusion summon Junite Ruby and Junite Aquamarine and Junite Garnet as fusion materials. Oh, no. We're gonna get Ruby using Aquamarine and Garnet. Okay. So we want this. And we do that. And then that. That's gonna give a faster attack. Fusion summon successful. Gemini Aquamarine was sent for the field to graveyard, so activate its effect. Select the card to return to the hand. That one. Attack your opponent's life points directly. Seems like you could also activate an effect here. Nope, won't let me do that. Exactly just enough damage to win. There's not really enough that happens here in these practices. It just kind of happens too fast. But whatever. Yeah. These solo duels will become a quickly forgotten aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably in less than a month I'll forget that solo duels really exist unless they just continuously add more. And if they continuously add more that just look like this, there's still going to be such pushover things that they're going to start to feel like a waste of time. Particularly once I start having more cards and better cards. Now, during my live stream, I did notice there was one little problem. In that, what do I have? Let's activate this and see if we see what we can do. Just like that one. Special summon something. Can I really special summon this? Yeah, I guess those are all normal monsters, so they don't matter. Seriously doubt I could summon anything better than what I've got here. So let's just stick with what we got. Seems like I lucked out somehow by summoning the best card. So I'm expecting that there might be an effect or something that destroys this card later. Let's see. We have I guess the ability to add another Gem Knight card to our hand. And then I think we need something smaller, but I'm not sure I do. One Gem Knight, one Gem Knight, one Gem Knight. Yeah, let's just do... Is this a Aqua We need Gem Knight and a rock. And we have a Thunder, Gem Knight, and a Aqua. So we don't want this one, that won't work. One Gem Knight and Aqua will work though. So we do that one. And then that one. If I activate this, now I don't think I can fusion summon anything. What's this one? Ooh. 19 summon condition. Do we have something better than 19? 29. By all means, yeah, activate that. Send that to the graveyard. What does this effect do? Trying to read this effect. Okay. Banish this. That didn't do anything good. What does influence do? It just brings up that to see what is influencing it. See what else we can bring up to the field, bring to the big boys. That one. And that one. Well, that just fused straight out of the deck. What does this effect do? Interesting. There's a lot going on here. Definitely a lot going on. Let's see. Might as well activate this. Oh yeah, I think that'll work. Just done everything possible. Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything else we would want to do here. Yeah, we'll activate this effect. Sure, why not? Nope, nope, nope. No, 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 no. I screwed up again. This is the only Gym Knight card. This isn't a Gym Knight, this is just Gym Armadillo. I literally just sacrificed myself. Let's just hope that we can still win. I think we can. That's why you gotta understand your cards there. Otherwise you activate an action that you can't undo like that, which probably should be able to cancel that. But whatever. At level 7, still not really seeing what we were getting for doing these levels. Can we unlock this? Yes, we can. So let's play a real duel now. These are gonna get more difficult, so let's try to goof around a little less and just play. Okay. Lavelle cards. If that's normal summoned, you can normal summon a Lavelle card. Do 1,000 damage here. Okay, summon that. So I guess the idea here is that Lavelle cards do something different. What would our special summons be? A 28 versus 27, sure. It's barely even a trade-off sometimes when you fuse these cards like that. Like, barely even a trade-off at all. Unless there's some... Unless there's something particularly bad. Right, so, when this card is sent to the graveyard, if you have a Lavelle monster in your graveyard other than Lavelle Volcano Handmaiden, you can send one Lavelle monster from your deck to your graveyard. So, I think you probably... Don't want that one. Don't want that one. That would already be in the graveyard. Or should already be in the graveyard. Where did they go? They got banished? Alright, well, I'm gonna stick with this one then. Just 2 of these. It didn't seem like that worked. And I guess the cards are under this, aren't they? Yeah. That's where they are. But we really didn't get much of a story there, just that the Lavelle monsters were bad guys. The scenario talked a whole bunch about the Gym Knights and very little about the Lavelles. They've come off as kind of just generic enemies. Wow. Talk about getting wrecked. Alright, well, I guess. You have to do this. And then activate this effect. that sure wasn't much. I was hoping for a much bigger effect than that. It was really just a kind of basic defense. You can definitely tell that how they've got you here in there. They lock all the things that you're going to actually struggle with behind the gate, so then you're determined to earn the rewards you just paid for, in fact, through victories and through this extra resource. Had you just been able to do the duels and they offered mediocre rewards, I don't know if many people would have played it. Played those. Okay. Activate this effect. And then what else do we want? Do we need Gemnite Fusion? I think we probably do. See how this goes. I don't really get why this is an XYZ material, but it works. Let's see. Fusion, summon one gem monster from extra distance. So this would be 4-star. Would there be anything 4-star that's probably better than what we have? I don't think so. So we'll just leave it at that. A lot of strategies to get cards on the field quickly, to get to the big strong characters quickly. And particularly with these cards, there's a lot of concept here around let's see. One of those, I guess. And then one of those. That may very well have only helped for a brief second. Alright, well. Activate this. Summon another one of these. Go ahead and sacrifice a couple of these. Activate whatever effects we've got in here. Discard card. Can't do anything more. Well, that's not gonna save me, certainly. Yeah. The balance of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oddly has you running out of cards by the 4th or 5th turn, and often very near losing or winning by the 4th or 5th turn. And I'd really love to know how they got that balance, but I assume it's just because there's a lot of emphasis on really strong cards, not giving people a ton of health, and should have just been face down defensive position, really. And not a lot of nonsense, like no mana, no land, no real limitations on monsters doing massive amounts of damage. Of course, we're not getting anywhere fast here. Playing with the loner decks is more difficult than it will be to play with the structured decks, because as soon as I could build a deck or get a structured deck that's powerful enough. Like, I have all the God cards at this point, so now it would just be a matter of me building that deck to use the God cards. Okay. Absorb Fusion. Or we can send one monster from the deck to the graveyard. I think you do this. What's our best bet? 19. That. Or that. Or this. Let's go with this. Okay, I think I can also affect this, and then this card is sent to the card by card effect. You can target one normal monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. Let's see if that works. Nope. I either have no normal monster in my hand, or I misunderstood how that worked. Now this guy may be destroyed after this turn, though. Nope, I got to keep him. What we want to send to the graveyard. I think you want to go with this. Yeah, I think you want to put just 2 of these in the graveyard. And then let's just attack. Be fairly cautious here. Better to get some damage than find out that this didn't have enough attack to destroy that and then take no damage. And what can we summon now? Guess I'll take this. There's no real reason there to have summoned the same thing again. So this may be the only character that you can actually summon with the absorbing summon at the moment in this loner deck. Alright, well. Summon. Attack. Do a pathetically small 300 damage. Seriously, this is like the only monster we have. So what's the point here? I was not expecting to banish that card. Oops. So it seems like the strategy for this loner deck is just to get this onto the field and that's it. Then get some more Gem Knights onto the field to summon a second copy of it. But don't even try anything else. I'll goof around here and see what this would even do. Let's see. Yeah, there's an odd balancing of cards in your graveyard versus cards that you discard to bring back the spell to summon more extra cards. We're at 8,200 and I still don't feel 100% confident that I'm going to be able to win here. Well, I guess that solves that problem. Which that's good because, yeah, I really don't want to spend an extra 20 minutes on every single duel. So now we have another card. And then this one will just give us an icon, which honestly is not even a big of an important thing to get. I'm just trying to be more consistent and get all the duels done. Alright, so now it looks like we have slightly better cards. Do that. And basically do nothing else. This one is sent from to the graveyard by a card effect. Add a card to your hands. So Fusion would send this card to the graveyard by a card effect. In doing these duels, it definitely gives the indication that there was a lot more story. You almost assume what happened is that each one of these solo sections covers anywhere between 1 to 3, maybe even 5 or 6 episodes of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cartoon. Because, let's face it, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cartoon did have duels that went multiple episodes sometimes. But even in that case, usually what they're talking about, and as far as dialogue and writing, is the characters in the cartoon, not the backstory and lore of the cards. Although there is a little bit of that. Yeah. Either I got a really bad draw there, or this may be beyond my capability. Start with Brilliant Spark. Okay. Special summon one Gem Knight from your... So you probably want to do this one first. Yes. Then what do we want? Add this 1/1. I'm gonna take this 1-star card, as silly as it may seem. And then I'm going to take that one and then tribute summon, use that as a tribute, so that should activate an effect. Yes. Now we got 2 of those, which I'm gonna just set here. Okay. See if that works. Might as well activate that. A lot going on here, certainly. But I'm kind of glad there isn't a fast forward button, because if this was moving even slightly faster, it would just make it more difficult to follow. There's a lot here that I'm not quite following. Oh, this creates almost a nice little diamond pattern. Alright, well. Don't think we turned this one around. Yeah. I would have to have him, he would have to hurt himself and sacrifice a lot of his health, or pump up a character really far. Interesting that there was a little thinking animation there. I swear, Konami, like, by the hour, seems to be adding more content to this. I've never seen that thinking animation before. And it's a good animation. It's not bad at all to have something like that, but I've never played a game that seems to just be actively getting improved upon. Frankly, I kind of wonder, am I even playing an executable at this point, or are they just running this entire software on a server and streaming it to me? Let's see. No on that. Because you wouldn't really expect to all of a sudden start seeing more content and changes in the content just in the middle of a game. Certainly would explain why it's just constantly connecting too. But yeah, maybe the entire duel section here is just streaming. I doubt that's really true. It will be the truth, though, certainly at some point in the future, where maybe early versions and betas of games, instead of actually even creating an executable and compiling it, you just stream it and tweak as fast as possible. It would also explain why a game might come out with such little fanfare, such as this game. Do I have a Constellar card? Yes, I do. What? Level 4 Constellar, not a level 3. Oops. Well, whatever. One of those. One of those. And these are normal characters, so there's really no reason to do anything with those. What does this effect do? Gym Knight Lazul. If this card is sent to the graveyard by effect, you can target one normal monster to the graveyard and add that to your hand. Sure. So I was smart to put one normal card in the hand. I should have probably put multiple ones. Let's see. Once per turn you can send one face up Gym Knight. Monster, is this a Gym Knight monster? No. Why is this attack so incredibly low? Oh. there is not much we can do here, so. Just play, I suppose. Zorb fusion is activated. Do we want to? Let's not activate that yet. He's got a sweet 34. One. During his turn, if a opponent monster battles constellar monsters, and the opponent's monster is not destroyed, shuffle it into the deck at the end. Okay. That means he won't try to attack this, which is fine because he was going to attack this anyways. No, let's not activate that. We're very low in health, but we may have enough here to turn the tide in our favor. Can't do anything here. You contribute this card. Some special summon one legitimate normal monster from your deck. Okay. Summon. Activate effect. Okay, I guess we'll take that one. That didn't work either. That doesn't work either. Literally nothing works. But we could still win here if he's just bad at drawing. Or unlucky at drawing. Okay. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this. Guess we do this. And then we can activate this effect. And maybe make it a 4 instead of a 1. Then 1800's good for an attack position. 1900, 2400. Anything else doable? Defense normal, attack low, defense high. I guess you stick with this so you can activate an ability. And then increasing the level of characters doesn't seem to really do anything. Like, really don't get it. Should probably just put this in the attack position and do an extra 100 damage. Because, yeah. All he has to do is really get something above 1100 on the field and he'll attack and win. I should put that in defense position. That was definitely my fault on that one. Notice we kind of missed the thinking screen. My network's messed up again. And then just everything goes quiet, everything goes black. I really do not believe this is anything that I did to my network, which is kind of a miracle because over the course of probably the last year and a half, I have been having horrific network problems, mostly all due to my own tinkering and trying to tweak things. But this is different. My entire ISP is losing its internet protocol IP address, and the entire connection is physically going down. My concern, though, of course, would be that this isn't them working on something as much as there is just a physical problem. I actually have fiber internet, and it's shocking, frankly, that I do. It wasn't even available, and really shocking that it was a cheap introductory price that I'll probably eventually learn to regret. And yeah, if the consistency and uptime here is going to become an issue, I will regret it quite a bit. My old internet was nowhere as fast, but was way more consistent. And it doesn't matter if you have cable or DSL, although I don't know why you'd use DSL or satellite or fiber for your internet. Not a single one of them devices will work without electricity. And there is this kind of bad overlap between like electricity and everything else. So if you lose electricity, you lose the ability to do much of anything, and fairly quickly I lose my mind because of that. Like, so we may very well do better to build cities that have do we have a level 4 Constellar? I think we try to select these and have these in hand first. And just have like 3 of these in your hand before you even do anything. But yeah. potentially all houses having like gas generators or solar cells or things like that. Ideally, what I'd really want is a... What's this gonna do? Miniaturization of like nuclear fusion. So you could just put a little nuclear generator in every single house and it could stay completely off grid. That would be really nice and fix a lot of problems too, because a lot of electrical problems are caused because your neighbor's electricity is just as bad as yours is. Or the grid's electricity is bad. Get rid of the grid, get rid of the interconnectedness of this, and have any electrical problems limited to one house. Of course, you're basically talking cold fusion at that point. I'm running out of things to say. We really should implement a rule here. 4 tries and then we're done with the duel. Skip it, I think might be where to go. There is a lot of room in these games to get a bad draw a couple of times, but to have to stick with it and try over and over again is... Alright, well I can bring back this one card. Set that. It's like all I think I can do. Unless there's something in here I could have summoned. It doesn't seem like much. We could destroy this and then summon it. Maybe there would be something there. Still doesn't really have anything in the graveyard. There are a couple of cards that will steal your opponent's cards. Why would you do that? Why get rid of a stronger card for a weaker card? Because you can bring it back, I guess. Seems like he's going in circles almost. Can we pull this off? Or are we just doomed? Kind of problem here is that this is just not going to get any better. This challenge will be here. I will, over a very long period of time, get better at playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe figure out the card combinations that they're hoping me to figure out here. Okay. I definitely think you want this. Yes. This. That one and that one. Okay, what's her ability? Once per turn you can send... They really should put a line here for the actual abilities, because there's a summoning instruction here, and then there's an effect instruction. Send one Gymnite monster from your main deck or extra deck to the graveyard. If you do so, inflict 500 damage for each special summoned monster on the field. Okay. How many special summoned? Activate effect. Yeah, and then you send that one, and then it adds it back to the hand. Interesting. Target one normal monster from your graveyard, add it to your hand. There wasn't a normal monster, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't get this card either. Oh, when you use Brilliant Fusion, you summon it as a 0/0. So you'd only do that if you're gonna then do something else with it. These animations are too slow. Well, can we even survive it to the next turn? Is I guess the question. Well, that'll work. What's this effect do? Now, let's just put something with high attack here on the field. This is going to be luck if this works. He's just going to have to do a little bit more damage to himself, and then this will do the final 1900. But yeah, my simplistic turn of barely doing 2 or 3 things well, I was about to say it was going to be paled in comparison to several combination actions, but shockingly that didn't happen. Okay. $23. This is gonna work. Do this. Okay. I've got this because if he destroys this card, I think I can activate this trap and do 2300 damage. I guess if he destroys this card. If he takes a sweet time about it. And this is going to just become a tit-for-tat battle. Then that might be a different experience. I guess if he could make a card that has like 8,000 attack, or could attack my life directly and do 5,000 damage, then I could lose here. Or if he somehow destroys my character and I can't trigger this, it has to be destroyed by your opponent's card or card effect. Which that works. Through trickery and traps, we were finally able to win. But we're leveling up, so an icon depicting a gym knight born from the unity of stalwart camaraderie. Their everlasting justice stands down for no foe. May their friendship preserve forever, or persevere forever. And we have another structured deck for watching the cutscene. At first, some of the gym knights laid in waiting for their enemies, but eventually they decided to join the fight one by one. In the midst of the fierce battle, the gym knights fused further into even more powerful force. However, their clash between the tribes was only the beginning of the turmoil that followed. The gym knights, who had risen to defend their comrades, were now caught up in the great swell of battle. At first, they loathed the conflict, but to counter the great evil, they eventually fused with other races to grow even more powerful, such as the Vylon, who descended from heaven, or even the Laval themselves. So they just kept fusing and kept fusing. The gym knights, the Pyroexene warriors with hearts of justice, their fate shall unfold in glorious detail in another tale. So a to be continued story. Gate clear. And let's go check that one out, sure. I am short for buying 1,000 packs. This would be 444 as far as a card. These booster packs I think are the same every time, or very close. You're going to have 4 ultra rares, 8 super rares, and then a bunch of rares and a bunch of normals. And it's always going to probably be 40 cards in total. You can see we have a decent number of them right now. So yeah, I could go down this route, and maybe that means if I finished that scenario again, I would automatically unlock Phyrexian Relinquished again. Was Relinquished as a card even in this deck? There's a card called Relinquished, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't use the word or just a descriptor. Also, all these names are being translated from Japanese, so they have to get a little bit colorful with them, I'm sure. No, I don't think we're gonna see a relinquished card. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. Anyways, the thing that is gonna fall apart though with these, with thinking or considering buying more cards, is it would just have to be a secret pack that I was really interested in, and a lot of these don't look that interesting. Like this image with the little banner art, I see a blue dragon, that's it. With this I see a yellow night guy, I guess is what that's supposed to be. I couldn't even tell. Kind of looked like a guy on a motorcycle. Yeah, they're kind of just cropping the image. And so, yeah, even the Great Olds, it's difficult to see what the image is. Yeah, here. So it's not really doing a great job of catching my attention. So I think got that daily quest done. Good. And let's see what else we've made some progress in. I think at this point though I'm going to just start sitting on the gems. I'm going to get bigger and better rewards by, what is this, an icon of a soccer ball? Yeah. I'm going to get bigger and better rewards by probably just waiting for the next battle pass. Because I do have a slight concern that we may all of a sudden stop getting gems and I won't have enough for the battle pass in like 70 days. Power of the Dragon structured deck by increasing the Duelist level, which is basically doing solo only. And yeah, once you get to level 50, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't go any further. Synchro of Unity by proceeding further and unlocking the gate in solo modes. So kind of saving your position. But yeah, this solo gate doesn't have that much left to do. So did we get all of that now? Yes, we did. And nothing more in Duel Pass. New gate is opened. Yeah. Legend of the Star Heroes, was that the last one before? I don't know. What I do know is we've been going an hour and 15 minutes. So I don't feel like I want to go and try and start like the glory of the Gladiator Beast. So instead, let's just choose the Absolute Monarch. Go back here. And then see if we can just play a deck. We will choose... Which one do I think is really good? Being from the End of the World, I believe, is what we're looking for. Yeah. We'll try this deck. Might be a little too crazy or difficult of a deck, but it might not. We very possibly may just win incredibly easy here. And that, if that's the case, good. We'll move on to the next duel. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken involving this. Well, that sucks. Okay. Alright, well, activate this. Summon this. By sacrificing this. Face up attack position. Go ahead and activate effects. Set some traps. Why would I activate the effect again? Guess it should offer. I don't have any extra cards here. Banish one ritual monster from your deck. You can send this card to the graveyard to activate. Alright, so this one would banish a card and then return a card. Do I really want to banish a card? Probably get rid of a card that way. Yeah, I probably should have had that on the field earlier. Yeah, these inline skates are ridiculous, but I'm glad they're not making any noise. That's all I really care about, is I just don't want a character over here making extra noise. Still cannot do anything, and I've lost. So is this deck just too one note? Or is that just unlucky? There's definitely something about this deck that it gives you the feeling that it was a lot more powerful than it actually was. That there were better cards, more cards that we've played with when we got that structured deck, and then they gave us a beginner's version of that deck. this one. To summon this out of your hand, out of your deck, I guess. I will go ahead and sacrifice that. Let's see. Maybe that should have been on the field first. Let's not do that. Let's go and set that. And let's attack. Reset our ability so we can attack a second time in the turn. We want this one. Now, one thing you can't do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is sacrifice an 8-star to summon a 4-star. So, I don't think you can do that. That would be kind of weird to even try it, but if you're desperate, it's worth a try. Yeah, I think this deck is too one-note. It just doesn't have the complexities you would need. Alright. What does this ability do? Um, 2,000 to destroy everything now? Or, yeah, I think I've got to. I got no choice. I need to clear these 2 fields. Doesn't even have higher defense, so it's really not a reason why you'd swap this with that, generally speaking. Yeah. Thought that was going to be easy, but okay. Let's try the pendulum one. No. Let's try this one. I guess this would explain why when I was trying to play these structured decks in ranked, it just wasn't really working as well as I felt like it should be. I was expecting very different cards to be in them than what are actually in them. They're starter recipes. They're missing a lot of better versions of cards that you would take some of the worst versions of cards out and replace them. Okay. That's probably a solid start. The monster effect is activated that activates when a normal monster is normal summon. You can negate the activation. Special summon a level 1-2 or lower. Let's go ahead and do that one. What do we want? Got double summons and double summons. This is a continuous trap. We can activate it now. When a monster effect is activated, why would you activate it now though? Would be the question. I'm just gonna go ahead and set one of these cards like it's a new trap. Has to be normal summoned. Monster Reborn is special summoned. Now I activate that effect. Now what? Like ultimately, that helps you just the smallest amount. And we're back to... That was a special summon, so we wouldn't have wanted to activate that anyways. It's when a monster is normal summoned. Was that special summoned, or was that normal summoned? That was a special summon. Activate this effect. Playing all of these cards. Activate this effect. Use the effect now. Is any of this gonna matter? He's just got like a full attack here. 2400 if this card's tribute, summon target one monster on the field and destroy that target. Yes. I don't think it matters which one. And I almost negated my own ability. There, so you gotta be careful. I'm still gonna lose. He'll just attack, kill one of them, and then attack and kill the other. Interesting. Why is he not attacking? Give me something. Just do 1000 damage. Could destroy a target field thing. I hope this is the right order. Feels like I could have activated it. So that was useless. It's not like you're gonna run out of cards anytime soon. Okay, I think this might work. Summon this, tribute summon this. Banish a target card inflicted if it's a dark monster. This is a dark monster, right? Yeah. Do we want to chain this with anything? Okay. I don't think I want to do that now. I'll be darned if that did not just very, very slowly turn things around. Still a lot of room for losing here, certainly, but I'm surprised we made it that far. Of course, he's got like 7 cards, so it does kind of feel like it would be hard to believe that he couldn't still win. Yeah, and I can't attack, so whatever. And generally, you would only need one of these. Because generally, they'd only be able to special summon. Okay. $50-50 shot. If either one of those cards matters. What is the attack here? 200? Yeah, that would be pathetically a small amount. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to get the third copy of the double summon, which I wasted those cards, play this and summon something else. Place this card on top of the deck. Oh man. There might have been a better way to do that, but whatever. Get that last 1400 somehow. He may not have anything he can summon to tribute. Interesting, he chose to trade a blow for blow. Are we really gonna do this with 200? I think not. I think you play defensively here. He's defensive. His defensive is better than my defensive. What is this one done? Once per turn cannot be destroyed by battle. Well, do we want to trade blow for blow here, doing 600 damage to a 100 guy? Seems crazy, but whatever. If we have to win with tiny attacks of 500 or 200, we'll do it. There's an achievement for getting 5 cards chained, but you would have to be playing a very heavy trap counter spell deck to play that, and frankly you'd have to be playing somebody else that was playing a very heavy trap counter deck spell. Okay. That one. And then, yes, that one. 24. We've got 1,200 here. How can we do 900 damage? We've got 19 cards left. So we need something with like 2,400 attack. One with the lowest attack can be destroyed here. But that's not gonna save me. And I just don't think the AI is gonna be stupid enough to cost itself 1,000 life points to win. I guess we should counter every effect still. We are still playing, we are still getting experience, so... Let's see. Counter his effect that tried to destroy the cards. I'm kind of getting that deck. I think enough that I would want to continue to try and play with it. But yeah, I really just want to go out on a win here and finish this one duel. Yeah, these episodes maybe we do one solo thing and then do some duels and grind out. A lot of this is just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead of actually what I thought it was going to be, which was going to be more of a case of I definitely thought this was going to be more of a case of getting a lot of story happening. Or something that was more scripted, puzzle, maybe even puzzle-like. All monsters on the field be destroyed, so don't special summon in a weapon, another monster. Activate that. Then what do we want? Summoned. That I think is fine. Alright. Summon this, tribute that, like that. That was a 6-star monster. Just discarded. Now, arguably, there might be, at the lower levels of playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, a lot of luck involved. In fact, even at the high levels of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I could see a lot more luck being involved. But I kind of like that. Like, if anything, that's the one thing I feel like most other collectible card games are missing is the randomness in the luck effect. Because definitely this was a card draw. These first 5 cards I started with has put me on a very different position, path and position compared to the previous games we played. And you'd have to. I don't think there's anything he can do here. Just do this to tribute this. And then banish itself, I guess, to do 1,000 damage. Or we could activate the effect and negate his own effect. Oops, I negated that effect. Whatever. We got the victory anyways. Well, that did not go well. Let's see. Let's just make sure we can move. Start with this one, and then, no, you know what? Start with this one, and then these two, and then this one, and this one. And I guess we can set that and pretend like that's a trap. We don't have anything in our graveyard we can activate, do we? Doesn't seem like it. This art for this card, I will say, was one of the very first generation drawings, and it does look fairly simplistic and generic compared to some of the later designs where you have an entire person in the picture. But Fission or Fissure is also a great example of a card that if it's not broke, don't fix it, where Magic the Gathering would have banned Fissure long ago and then made a new card that did the exact same thing by a different name and different art. Although arguably maybe different art but the same name would make some sense for some cards. Yeah, and I just can't imagine that what we would succeed on this one, but I guess we'll give it a try. I'll give it like 15 minutes to play one game. I probably would be less than 15 minutes. Okay. Draw. This is another example of a card that I didn't even know what it is. It's some kind of robot made out of stone or golem carrying a fortress on his back. Okay. Start with setting that. Go with this. Take that one. And then Probably don't need that one. Probably don't need that one. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. Basically the order it was already in. Do we want to attack this turn? I think you do. A 8-star character just discarded. And get rid of his defense character. Special summon an effect monster. Special summon a warrior from your deck. You cannot conduct battle phase. Don't want to activate either at first. Let's go ahead and activate that now. And sure. Just chain that for no reason. Even though that third thing can't even work. Let's see, if I put that on the field, that means the deck is reshuffled, so now we have no idea what the next card is going to be. Negate his effect. Yeah, this definitely feels like this is going to be a struggle. Yeah, I don't think I have anything in my deck that can really defeat a 2800 monster. Add to your hand, and immediately after the effect you can tribute summon. Is this a normal trap? See, if I was to tribute summon, bring this back, I can summon this. See how this plays out. If that negates its effect. No, it doesn't. Don't negate that effect. Do another 800 damage. Of course, now I'm in trouble because he'll just hit that. Maybe not as bad of a trouble because I can kill that first. But he'll hit it. And so then I'm gonna have nothing to defend against that. I have no cards. He has no cards, so we've done some hand destruction fairly well, but I'm still in a weaker position. Absolutely useless card. All you can do is pretend. This might buy me some time and do some more damage to him. I have no idea though what card I could even get. That card, I suppose. And that one. And then that one. Or maybe even that one and that one. And then that one and then that one. If this works, I'll be very surprised. Destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls that has the lowest attack. Cool enough. Change their attack position. And do 600, and we'll see if we can just continuously do 600 damage. It's got no cards. Ooh, okay, so we summon this by tribute summoning this. And that gets rid of maybe some protection we had, but it does a lot more damage. And it lets me put this card on top of his deck, I'm hoping. And by that, well, it didn't put it on top of his deck. I was hoping that that would then mean he doesn't have the capability of drawing a card that's useful, and none of these cards seem to be useful. I assume these are all like 6s, 7s, and 8s, and he needs a 4 or lower. We will go ahead and just summon this. That way we can destroy this set card. Again, trying to figure out if there's any danger there. We pulled it off. And we pulled it off in the time frame I set for myself too. And I did that certainly by getting very, very unlucky. Okay. So now everything is complete. We get another 200 gems. And there's kind of nothing else here. We're starting to get enough resources. Alright, well. So in the next recording, we'll do Glory of the Gladiator Beasts, and if we have extra time, we'll try and complete that one too. I don't think we'll be doing 2 stories ever. And we didn't unlock anything new by completing versus clearing the Absolute Monarch. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do finish like Glory of the Gladiator Beast, and then all of a sudden it does unlock something below Legend of the Star Heroes. But that didn't actually do anything as far as like login. No, we have no daily things, although it feels like new daily things should have happened. And doing solo, I guess you really couldn't put a lot of this, like a lot of this stuff is just not going to happen when playing solo. And so that there is a lot of argument to just play ranked early on, particularly right now, because the as of this recording, the ranked season feels like it's going to be done fairly quickly. We are getting the duels level up, but it's going to be slow going, certainly. Yeah, when does this season end? Yeah, I'm playing this on the 22nd of January, and it ends on the 31st. So there would be a real argument to put a lot of emphasis on trying to get as high as possible to get as much gems as possible for this season. And then when this season resets, I'm definitely going to have to evaluate to see how long seasons are. If they're only like a month long, that's a little short, but that may be a great way to get more gems if you're just continuously playing, and also kind of drop players who give up on playing. Definitely a lot of people are going to have this exclamation point next to their solo missions for a very long time, and then I guess if it doesn't bother them, who cares? But it seems like they're pushing you to do solo a little bit too much, considering it's always going to be there. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.